All right, vocabulary. I know you've done this before, but a couple of reminders. Capitalize the first letter of your sentences, include punctuation, and also read your sentence out loud to yourself, even if it's real quiet, okay? Because it will help you see if it makes sense. Sometimes some of you forget words or you don't quite use it the way that you would speak. So it won't help with everything, but I think it will help with some of the issues if you read it out loud to yourself and you might catch some of your mistakes. I would always do that when I would write even just essays or paragraphs. It would help me say, oh, that doesn't make sense. So it's a good strategy to use. Now, grazed is the first word. I want to use this to point something out. I went to the link that, there's the story that it comes in. I went to this link included on Schoology. Again, it has some more simpler definitions. When I Googled it, or when I searched it, I came up with these two different definitions, either to feed on growing grass or to touch or brush lightly in passing. So like when I walked by, I grazed her arm. Let's go look in the story and see how it's used. Each day she drove her master's cattle down to the pond nearby and watched over them as they grazed. Okay, so we're talking about cattle. They're grazing. Which one makes more sense? To feed on growing grass. So that's the one I'm going to use. Okay, to feed on growing grass. The cattle grazed in the pasture. It's just like an area of grass. Or the cowboys grazed their horses near the river. Okay, so to feed on growing grass, the horses grazed on the grass. The horses grazed in the pasture. The cattle grazed. The goats grazed. Lots of different animals eat grass. So pick one and use that in your sentence. Just make sure that you are writing your own sentence. Okay? Remedy. I'll do one more to help you out. Let's look it up. Remedy. Okay, something used to take away pain or heal a disease, or something that corrects or fixes a wrong. Well, let's go find it in the story. It's page 8. So we better turn to the next page. Okay. You can skim. You can always listen to it to find it. All right. In a flash, Thorstein knew the remedy. His brother needed a baby. So he kept going off on these missions. And so Thorstein knew how to fix it. So it's not necessarily healing a disease. It's just fixing something that is wrong. In this case, the fact that he's going out and being dangerous. So, correction is a related word that you could use. Cure is a related word that you could use to help you come up with a sentence. Okay, so something that corrects or fixes a wrong. I tried to remedy the problem with my best friend. Okay, or I got in an argument with my sister, and my remedy was to write her a note. The thing that fixed it. I yelled at my mom, and the remedy was to apologize. I broke a vase, or I broke my friend's CD. I know you don't use CDs, but I broke my friend's pencil, and the remedy was to buy her a new one. Buy him a new one. Okay, those are just some examples of sentences that you could write. I'm more than happy to help you with this because I know it can be tricky to figure out exactly how to use the word in a sentence if you're not quite sure what it means. So make sure you ask for help if you need it. You only have to do the first 4. You can do the next 4. Pick 1 or 2 of the last 4 if you don't want to do all 8. Maybe do 5 or 6. Just again, to give yourself more practice learning new words, using context clues. Can I figure out from the story what this means? Come up with a guess, then go look it up and see if you were right. Okay? Good luck. You got this.